Alrighty, in today's sessions, I'll be going over one of the trade I took today, and then give you leveraging the volume profile and also some key point interests that I went over the previous video that I have posted. If you want, you can take a look at the deep dive video on the A to Z, but in short, this is just another example of what I look for on a day-to-day basis, and then see if you can leverage this into your trade to increase your accuracy. So let's dive right into it. So here's the short I took before market open, and pretty much on this day, today I completed this before the market even opened. It's roughly 1.85 RR trade. It's not bad. It's not a huge runs. The reason for it, I aim for it, I'll kind of explain this zone and why I enter here. I'll explain it from top down. So let's rewind this back into here. So this is the 1 minute chart. Let's take a look at the 4 hour chart first. So on the left hand side here, you can see these purple boxes, these boxes here. So ignore these daily session profile first. Just focus on these these zones. Let me erase yesterday, previous days entry. So for here, you can see we're respecting this high value area. So you can see within the overall, so on the right hand side I have these volume profile that's capturing from here to here. So wherever you scroll, it will just kind of capture these volume profile. I only really care about this high and this low here, since today's price is kind of stuck in the middle. That's the only thing I care about. So you can see there is a high value nodes here, and what high value nodes here is just mean there's a lot of activities and not a selling order, where majority of the participant in the market that find this as a fair price, right? So you also have a point of control, this white line here. You can see it's respecting the zone. This is why the zone is highlighted. Also, there is a order block, not 4 hour chart as well, that's respecting it. So this is a very high key influence zone, a point of interest that I want to pay attention to. And then down here, this is where the last order block that is respected, and also this is outside of your value. So this is a value area low. So typically what price, as we mentioned before, price like to do, so you can see, these shaded area outside over here, inside here, and you can see what the price is doing here, right? So you can see the price is wants to create these value. Once it's outside, it would like to rebalance inside, and then stay inside near the point of control, and then stay outside and then rebalance it, right? So this is past activity we have been seeing, so keep that in mind. So these two zones is what today I'm mainly focused on. So when you come into the day, you shouldn't just look at the whole chart, because you're only trading for, intraday your entries between, well, let's say if you're scalping within minutes, and then if you're just a longer holder, so typically I don't scalp, I'm an intraday trader, so I hold my maximum is 30 minutes. That's already very long. Typically I get out my position between 10 minutes to 30 minutes, and then sometime occasionally there's an hour if the price is taking a little bit slow. So there's no point looking at further out. You can expect the price. These are your target entry to see what is the reactions when price tap into it. So now we know the 4 hours. Let's jump into the 1 hours. So typically I like to dive into the 1 hour just to mark out the previous past day. So you can see the past 3 days is within here. So I don't really care about up here. You can see over here, once the liquidity is grabbed, it's consolidating. What I'm expecting is the price to either sweep more liquidity up here and then respect this zone value areas, and then continue down to grab some sort of liquidity with rebalance. So within here, there's imbalance areas in the lower time frame. Over here, there's imbalance areas. So I expect the price to come down here to balance those imbalance area. Okay, so that was the plan today, and you can see these are the session area where you have point of control over here on these days. So there's a lot of confluence over here. So you can see this also highlighted around here. So let's take a look to the right hand side. So what we just mentioned over here, you can kind of see on the screen on the right, you can see my arrow, the line here with the high value area. This is where I kind of took all my position off, because these value area with point of control, sometime, yes, it will go over a little bit, but if it doesn't, it will just bounce right back, and then you just miss your exit. So that's the reason I aim for it. I didn't aim for, you don't blindly just aim for, 2RR. You have to understand where the price is going. You can't expect, okay, all these lower resistance liquidity is going to run all of this and then aim for like what, 5RR. It's not realistic. You rather to capture some profit. Let's say you can even do partial here and then let rest of the run. But I'll show you how accurate it is just using the volume profile. I'm capturing this, and also this is all live. This is not post recorded. I already posted sessions of the. You can check my social media where I took this entry live, and essentially this is just breakdown A to Z. Okay, so this is take a look at 1 minute here. So within the 1 minute, let me jump to 5 minutes. This. Let's let this to load. Okay. So from here, kind of explain over here. You can see this join post market over here. This already respected the key zone. So what I'm expecting once it open, what I marked out is the 1 hour. So this is the 1 hour low, the 1 hour high. Technically, this is the 7 o'clock, so this is the low. The one interesting is after 8:30, which is after typically the second half of the hour candle, I want to see what the price is doing. If the price does want to continue higher, this should not make any market structure shift or change in state of delivery. And also, once in the around 8 o'clock, it tap into, so in the lower time frame over here, there is a value area high, outside value area high area, which is over here. Typically, price will go into value area high and then go back towards into the value area, which is in between these zone here. So this is value area high, value area low. So I like to stay in between here, right? So my plan is I want to see some sort of market structure shift. If I can get an entry to continue lower into over here. So this is the point of control. This is where I'm aiming for my targets. So this is my entry. Once it make a structure shift, market structure shift or break of structure over here. So you can see this down close candle close outside of this up close candle, and also there is a inverse fair value gap. If you use inverse fair value gap, I typically don't use inverse fair value gap. So those are inversions over here. So once the price tap back into it, this is where I entered. So this is where I entered at this price over here, and then my stop is at this high over here. I didn't want to put over here, so the reason being is there are also imbalanced area up here that it could grab this high before lower. So giving myself a little bit more buffer. And this is what I aim for. And then this is my low. I think my low was at this. Yeah, so it's like a roughly 1.8 R trade. Okay, and then you can just let it around, and then it literally tapped it, as I mentioned. It literally tap the volume point of control. Within volume profile, the point of control literally tapped it, and then it respected it. Why? So if you look at the left hand side, right, you can see look how heavy of this price has been dealing within here. So there's one volume point of control within, I think this is Tuesday, this is yesterday. There's 2 volume point of control sessions, and if you just look at these days very quick, so do 30 minutes. So as you can see, if you look at this, just these past 3 days, this is the true volume profile point of control, and this is where exactly I set my exit. Okay, and I'll leave this, and then you can see afterwards the price has just been consolidating here. And the reason why that there is no point for me, why did I set all my exit down here, is there are high possibility that it won't grab another low until this high or liquidity is another stop rate is gonna be done at the market open before moving lower, if it doesn't want to move lower, or there are also possibility that it just doesn't move lower. That will create a new structure and then push for a new high. And essentially, if you didn't get out here, you'll end up break even or take a loss. So to me, there's no point sitting all through this junk PAs. All right, so hopefully this is helpful to you on how I leverage volume profile and also market structure. This is essentially all I use: volume profile, footprint chart, and market structure. That's more than enough for you to find an edge that suits you. At least that suits me. Hopefully this is helpful. Stay safe and happy trading.